Hi, I'm Amy, and this is my husband, Greg.
That's me.
I'm Ashlyn, and I'm married to Paul.
That's me. And I'm Colin.
I'm Lauren.
So, I'm Evan.
I'm Jaden. And I'm Brooklyn.
I'm Autumn. I'm Jensen. Hi, I'm Madeline. I'm Steven.
And we're the Marions. Welcome to our large family vlog.
Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. Okay, today is Tuesday in our household, and we are gonna have a much more productive day than we did yesterday. Yesterday was our relaxed day, but it was okay. We still got a lot done, but today I'm like, okay, it's gonna be warmer. We're gonna get out to the park today, even if we have to bundle up, go to the library, all those fun things. So I just got the kids all out of bed, been doing really good. This morning I woke up a little bit later and I was like, I could sit here and work longer and let the kids sleep, but I can't do it. I can't do it, mamas. I just gotta keep focused. So I got them up. So I sent Maxine in, I take her in, and I'm like, okay, come get this child. And she licks the child's face until they actually get out of bed. So Maxine is the best. She's such a, she's the alarm clock I don't even need. So we're getting them up, and then I'm gonna make breakfast. We're gonna do smoothies again today because we have a lot of it. And then French toast, because we made French toast this weekend, and so we have a big container of it, so I'm just going to use that up today. And then we're also going to do some baking today because I need some muffins, and I don't know what else we're going to do today. And I think Maddie, we were just discussing what to have for dinner, and I was going through my list, and she's like, let's have chili. So tonight's going to be a chili night, so that'll be easy. Throw that together and then cook that. It'll be great. So we're going to go do breakfast. Okay, so for my chili, I just put in ground beef, and then it's called taco chili. You can go to my blog and you get my recipe. I make this chili every single year. There's that light from the window there. At our annual chili competition in our community, the kids are always like, Mom, you need to step up your game. You haven't won. And I'm like, I will be making the same 10-kid taco chili for the rest of my life. So we love it. It's easy. We always, we do sometimes canned beans, but I just had frozen ones, so I did the kidney beans or frozen red beans in there. So I put a couple containers in there of those, and then I had a bunch of chili beans. I just threw a bunch of chili beans in there and a can of pinto beans, corn, and then you add ranch powder and taco seasoning, and that's it. You can add like ground chilies and stuff. I just don't have that. So this is easy, super simple. Tomato paste. I added tomato paste. You can add diced tomatoes, and I sometimes do that, but I don't have any diced, so I just did tomato paste with water. So this is done. Dinner will be done, which is easy, and it's only 9:30 in the morning, which is awesome. So this will just kind of simmer all day. I might have to add a little bit of water to it, depending on how thick it is. But that's it. Okay, now I'm gonna go drink water, take vitamins, and do school with the kids. All right, I got this school done with the little kids, and then theirs were super simple today. And then we have Autumn is finishing hers up right here. So I was just thinking, I'm like, what are we gonna do for lunch today? And so I was like, leftovers. And then we only have some of the broccoli soup left over, but more likely I will be eating that. Maybe, I don't know who else likes that. I don't know who really likes that. Jade and Brooklyn like it, and Lauren does too. So that's probably what we'll eat. And then there's just a little bowl of the chicken with noodles that we had yesterday. I think that's it. Most would be just like grab whatever. So Autumn was sitting here and she says, ooh, how about lentil rice casserole? That is one of her favorite dishes. And so I was like, oh, it takes too long. She's like, Mom, it's only 10 o'clock. And so I'm like, you're right. And so I need to do some in my pressure cooker because it'll take like, I think it's maybe 10-15 minutes. It's really short. So that is what we're gonna put together now. Okay, so now that is all mixed up. And so today I was going through my comments this morning. A couple of people asked me questions. And they said, would you do this next on your next Q&A? And I was like, ooh, I'll actually answer those today. So today's video, I'm gonna answer a couple questions that people have asked me in my comments. Just throw it in with among my, oh, hear kids screaming? Kids do scream in this household. Oh yes, they do. Hold on, hey guys. Mommy's recording, don't scream. Don't scream, let the YouTube world think we don't scream around here. I'm gonna keep this in the video, just so you know, my house is loud. Okay, so people ask me questions, and so I'm gonna answer that today, and then if you wait till the end, I'm gonna share something exciting for you guys. And so, but I'm gonna wait till the end, because isn't that like what people do? Then it makes you watch the video. I don't know, I could do in the beginning, but I wanna share today at the end. So, okay, so one of the questions somebody asked is, how do you deal with picky eaters? And so they said, especially in a large family, you probably have a lot. Oh, we do. What I have found, back in the day, I had, you know, just the 4 kids. And so I used to, like, they would get so picky with food. I would be the mom that said, you sit at this table until you eat that piece of broccoli. You eat that piece of broccoli. So I made them do that. And those kids would sit at that table for hours. And so hours, they would. And that was Ashlyn. Yes, Ashlyn, that was you. And then she would eat it and she would be gagging. And so here I am, this terrible mean mom. That was like my first child. And so I'm like, what am I doing? And then it was like, well, if you're not gonna eat that, then you have to eat almonds. And so then they would have, I mean, we just went through all these rigmaroles of everything. What I have learned, let me share you, mamas, that if you, majority of the time, share good food with your family, your kids will eat it. Now, kids all go through phases in life, they all do. I have one, they'll eat great and they'll be the best eater ever, and then all of a sudden, chicken just, like, I had Maddie's a good example. Madeline is the redhead. She is one that she loved meat. She loved her meat, and she would eat it, and she would just eat chunks and chunks, and then all of a sudden, she did not want it anymore, and she would gag and just be grossed out by it. I was like, Madeline, I'm like, what are you doing? You're not eating anything. I just come to find out that it was just a phase. Her body was changing into who knows what way, and I don't know why, because I'm not God. And then I realized that she just did not like it at that time. So I would say, okay, well, just try a little piece of it, or just take a little bit of it. And then I would have her, and then guess what? Like later on, the other day, she had the chicken and noodles that I had yesterday. She's like, ooh, that's my favorite. And I'm like, your favorite? What are you talking about? You don't even like chicken. So she's just out of that phase. So what I have found is that if kids know, now if they know that they're not gonna eat your dinner, and you're later on for snack time, you're gonna allow them to have like chips or cereal or something that they really, really like that's more junk food, then of course they're gonna play the whole kid rules card, and they are going to go after, oh, I'm not gonna eat mom's dinner, I'm gonna eat this. But if you say, okay, this is dinner, like I know sometimes, this is before when we didn't have a whole lot of money, and so it was just, my husband was working hard and we were young, and we just had the bare minimum of food. And we ate fine, kids lived, they were all good. And so sometimes dinner was, this is dinner, this is it. If you choose not to eat this, you're gonna be really hungry until tomorrow. And so I'm like, okay, I know it's not your favorite. And sometimes I even do that now sometimes. Like sometimes I make stuff and they're like, oh, it's not like the power. Let me give you an instance. The power went out and we had pizza. We went and got pizza for lunch, and that was wonderful. Everybody ate it, loved it, loved it. And then I had rice and beans. And so it was literally plain rice. And I opened up canned chili beans and ate it. And so I said, and we poured it on top. And so usually we would put cheese on it and lettuce and ranch and all the delicious stuff. Well, I was not about to open my refrigerator. So I said, this is what we're gonna eat. I know it's not your favorite, but I do know you guys like chili beans because you like chili. And so I said, we're just gonna eat it. It will fill your belly, you will be full, and it'll be good. So we did that. And then like later, and then they ate it and it was fine. And later we might have had like a little treat after, you know, for like our snack or whatever. And so it wasn't like just this devastation of very, very plain stuff. And so I would do that a lot. Sometimes if I have a lot of plain stuff, I'm not like super strict, like you're gonna eat mommy's new way of diet. I'm gonna eat veggie soup every single day, so you're gonna eat veggie soup every single day. Or I'm gonna start eating kale smoothies, so you're going to eat kale smoothies. It does not work that way for kids. And so I found that if you introduce it slowly, they'll eat it. Like oatmeal was a good example. Oatmeal was something they just grossed out. They would vomit, they hated it. But guess what? I didn't like it either. So I slowly gave them, okay, just eat 2 bites of it today. That's it. 2 bites of oatmeal today. And then in a couple days, okay, today's oatmeal day, we're gonna have a couple more bites of oatmeal. A couple more bites, and then throw something on the side, some fruit or something, so they're not grossed out. And then the third day, okay, you're gonna have 3 bites of oatmeal this time. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but start small with kids. And then have some fruit with it. And then they eventually will get used to it. So, and sometimes for dinners, we have food, and there is a lot of people, sometimes they don't like those meals. And so I'm like, okay, this is it. And if I have a child that's really, really struggling with the food, and it's not usually, like I said, you can tell if it's the total rebellion or if it's just like food does gross you out like that. I know there's certain foods I cannot touch. I just want to vomit on. And I just won't eat them. But that's, we're all humans. It's just how it is. So I sometimes will offer something separate. So sometimes there is a variety. Like I know, like last night we had the cheesy broccoli soup, and we had the stuffed shells, and we had a little bit of that chicken and noodles left over. And so there was 3 choices. And so the kids were like, some of them, not all of them, some were like, oh, and I said, okay, these aren't your favorite, but you have to choose which one, instead of saying, and so back in the day, I'd be like, oh, you don't want to eat this? Well, then let me serve you my broccoli for dinner. And then, oh, no, I'll eat this stuff. So I always just, if you give an option, give a healthier option, not that option. So I think that sometimes works. So instead of saying, okay, you don't have this rice and lentils for lunch, well, then we will be having salad with no dressing for lunch because that's good for you, and we'll eat that. Do you see what I mean? And so then they're always like, okay, I'd rather eat that. So that is what we do in our house. So when they were younger and toddlers, I'm just trying to think, I know it's been a long time because Stephen is now 6, but we would just offer different foods to try, just different foods to eat. There was always something, okay, if the kid doesn't really like that, I'd open a can. Like Stephen, I think Stephen was always a really good eater, but he went for a while where he didn't like any meats or anything like that. And so I just made sure to open a can of chickpeas, like the garbanzo beans, and I had them at the meal. I'm like, okay, you don't want to eat that? Well, then have this. And so it was plain. It's not that way. And same thing with the kids. Like if there was something they were not going to eat, okay, well then have this hard-boiled egg, because at least you're getting some protein in with your meal, even if it's not your favorite. So I hope that helps sums up the picky eater. But if the kids know that later on, if you're not going to feed them, that you're going to get whatever they want, that they will walk all over you, mamas, because kids are smart. So don't let them walk on you. Just don't offer the other food. Or sometimes I had kids that would wait from dinner until the next day and just eat breakfast, and that's fine. Sometimes it's just that anger. It's like, but most of the time, if they're hungry, and they will eat. And so if you just offer the variety of stuff, and even if you can't, and you are very limited on your food, and this is it, well, this is dinner, guys. Sorry, if you don't want to eat it, don't have it. Sometimes I've saved plates and I set it out and they did not eat, and I said, okay, you're gonna have this tonight. And I left it out, and then they ate that. That was what they had to eat later on. So it just, variety of things over the years. So okay, that's my little how to deal with picky kids. I don't really know if it answered. Hopefully it did. Okay, so I decided my kids are off to kind of doing their school. It's like Autumn is going to read, Jensen and Madeline are doing some activities, playing. Stephen is laying down. He's kind of tired today, so I said, you know what, just go ahead and lay down and rest. That's fine with me. And then Jaden is reading. She is reading, we're doing the American history, so we're doing the Uncle Tom's Cabin. So she's doing that. Brooklyn is doing her schoolwork. So I was thinking, I'm like, what else can I do? So I was looking through my questions, because I'm trying to answer questions. Someone asked about decorating in the colors in my home and why I chose those. This house, when I walked into this house, it was, before we walked in, you can go see my story about, I think it's why I moved my family 700 miles away. You'll see my story of how God just showed me this was our house, and so our home. And so one of the things is when I walked in this house, I was like, oh my goodness, every color in this house I absolutely love. And so it was all painted these colors before we moved in. So what I've done is downstairs, well, what they did is they painted with flat paint. And so flat paint is, I think, is supposed to be the best paint for truest color. They didn't have a lot of little kids like we do, and so I have found that cleaning the walls is really, really hard. And so what I've been doing is the basement I started, I repainted the walls. It's pretty much the same color. They're like downstairs, I think we use Mountain Smoke was the color downstairs, the gray color. And so what I did is their colors were more of the bluish green undertones, and so, or I'm sorry, no, the pinkish, like the pinkish red undertones, and our colors have the bluish green undertones. And so upstairs here, I started painting some of my gray, like I did the bottom of our bar over there, and the doors. I painted a couple of the doors the same gray color, and I realized next to my brown here that this brown has more of the pinkish undertone. So I'm actually gonna repaint all of our walls upstairs here. Big job. Like, remember our fireplace was having those issues with the smoke going up, not knowing the logs, and then I had the guy fix it. Well, now my job this next year is going to be, which I think I'm gonna have someone else do it for me, which is awesome. It's just God has showed me some people, and I'm like, you know what, I think I'd rather be a blessing to somebody than do it myself, which I will do it myself. So what I found is that I was going to do it myself, which you can still paint. I painted the whole entire basement by myself. It takes time. It takes time to do. And so I was talking to my husband, and I was like, okay, so if I stop and have to take the time to paint, which I have to do all of the ceilings upstairs all white, which does not sound like a fun job, and I'll do it. And then I'm gonna have to do all of the walls, and there's a lot of walls to paint. So I'm thinking that it's gonna be more beneficial for me to continue doing my YouTube videos and paying someone to do the painting. So sometimes you have to realize if it's cheaper for the cost cost to have somebody do it or do it yourself. And then it's also being a blessing to somebody else. So I think that's the direction we are going to do. And so what I'm going to do is paint all the ceilings first. And then I know everybody does the whole white trim thing, and that's beautiful. And I love it. Our downstairs has the white trim. So upstairs here, I was going to do the white trim too. But after thinking it for a while, Lauren was looking, she's like, Mom, you're going to lose that warmness that you have in here. And so I'm like, oh, you are so right. And so, but I just think it's that older cherry kind of look, the wood trim. Let me see if I can show you. So I'm gonna see, like you can tell, like my cabinets, I'll leave these the way that they are right now. But the trim is, it's just that cherry wood, which is fine. Let's see, and that's fine to do, but I think I'm going, and the windows are cream. So I think if I do the white, it's gonna look weird. So after thinking and looking, I think that we're gonna go with like 8 and everything is brown. Like if you look over here, kind of hard with the windows wide open, Amy. The trim, you can't even see. Hold on, let me shut my curtains. I don't even know if that's gonna work. You're not gonna see the, now you can't see the trim, but the trim is all, you can't even see the trim. How about over here, Maxine's poopy? The trim is that color. So I am thinking that I'm going to do a darker trim color. So my thoughts are we're going to do wood floors in here with that weathered wood look. I think Matthew made me these little things over here on the wall, and that is the kind of the color. It's just that weathered wood. That's what I'm going to do on the floors all upstairs here. But then the trim, I'd like to try the change the trim in here. So I'm thinking like that dark English. I think this kind of has it. That kind of, I'm thinking that's going to be my trim color for my house. I'm going to take a couple pieces of wood off and try it first before we do it, but I think that's what we're going to do. And then what I'll do is have the walls all painted, because I'm going to keep it in the same color, the same brown, but just with the bluish gray undertones versus the pinkish, because I like it. I love the colors in here. I like how it feels. I love the turquoise. I repainted this. This was a little bit darker. I had this color for the basement bathroom in the girls' room. We redid that bathroom. That was just it. The bathroom had this brown, but it was just done real quick because they were trying to finish it to sell the house, and so it needed to be redone. So I did it with the turquoise. So I just redid this with it too. And this is even a little bit bright, but I'm like, oh, it's good still. So that's our going plans for decorating the house. And so, and I love browns, I love tans. Those are my favorite colors. I like gray too. Gray is my favorite. So the basement, I think we're gonna keep with the gray. I know the couch down there is the tannish brown, but in the future, as I save money, I'm planning on getting a bigger sectional with the gray downstairs. But upstairs, I think I'm gonna keep it the brown and tan theme. So I'm gonna keep it like the brown, the dark brown, because that's just, I like that, but I'll have a little bit lighter color trim and just keep the brown couches and that in here. So I think that's my game plan for painting. So I'd like to do that this year. I've been saving my money. Always save your money first. And so YouTube has allowed me to do that, which has been a very big blessing for our family. And so I am saving my pennies, saving those things. I'm saving for a vehicle first. And that is something the Lord told me a few years ago, or no, actually it wasn't a few years ago, it was 2017, well, a year and a half ago. And I remember him speaking to me that I was gonna get a new vehicle. And I was like, a new vehicle? What are you talking about? I drive a 15-passenger white van. And so I was in it, but it was gonna be paid for cash. And so my husband's like, well, we can get one. Of course we can get one on a credit and use payments, but I do not want to do payments added to our budget. And so I was like, okay, Lord, you're gonna do this. Well, through YouTube and through this extra income that I've been able to supply for our family, it's gonna happen. So hopefully in the next few months, I'll be able to start looking and find one, and then I'll be able to get something, nothing brand new, but just something that's newer than my big giant white van. Because most of the time, because my van is old, it is older, it's been a great running van, but it is like a 250,000 mile van. So I am gonna be ready for something that most of the time it's just myself and a couple kids running into town, and so it'll be much easier that way. But it still has 8 seats, so it still will fit myself and all from Evan on down in the car, and then that will just work out that way, which will be nice. And we'll still have to use our white van because we still have large family, but just not for all the time driving. So I'm excited for that. So I figured, I was like, okay, I've been saving for that and saving for the painting, which has been really good. So that will be hopefully happy in the next few months. But again, I'm thinking I'm gonna have someone come do that just to help, so I can continue doing videos for you guys, because otherwise I'm gonna have to take a break, which is okay, but I'm like, that's just gonna take time away. And so I'm like, that will be the best choice. So with all that said, that was my question, but the other person said about my home decor. And so I don't really have a, set thing. I know there's so much greater things out there. I love that whole like white trim things, but I'm like, I just don't think that's gonna work in our house. And so, but I'm thinking a little bit darker stain trim will be nice. So that's my plan there. And then I was sitting there, I was talking about movies yesterday, and I thought, you know, today I would share some movies, something else our family enjoys. So I don't keep, like, same thing with my books in my bedroom. You've seen my closet video where I only keep so many books that I really, really enjoy over the years. Same thing with movies. We used to keep so many movies, and then I'm like, if I don't like them, I'm not gonna keep them. So these movies that I have are all like good, family friendly, good movies, good quality, where there's no swear words in them. There's no like, oh, why did they put that in that movie? And for the longest time, I kept like, there's some really good movies. Like I'm gonna give you an example, Fly Away Home. That's a great movie, a wonderful heart-touching movie about the girl with her ducks. But one line in the movie, they swear, and you're like, why would you do that? And so for the longest time, I kept that movie, and then I'm like, why am I keeping that? Because every time that part comes up, I'm always like, really loud. And so I'm like, I just need to get rid of the movie. So I did. So we've only kept a select variety of videos that we watch. The kids do watch. We have TV, we record shows. Most of the shows they watch are like, and it's mostly the older girls. They watch like MasterChef, like the cooking shows. They love the cooking shows, the baking competitions. We do that. And then the reality shows we like to watch is the Counting On. I know, controversy with things happening in the family, but we really do enjoy watching. It's just a good, clean show. I'm not worried about watching it and having something horrible happen in the middle of the episode where I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe they just said that. On the commercials I am. So usually we download them through the DirecTV, the on demand, and then we can watch them. So we like watching those shows on TV. And so these are the movies we have kept over the years that are good quality movies. So Letters to God. Let's see here. They're all gonna fall, so let me just hold them up. We have a collection of, let me start with these ones. These are all Little House on the Prairie. We have had Little House on the Prairie forever and a day. And so we have all the seasons in here over the years. So that's something we really enjoy watching. The kids love watching that. We also have the Cosby Show, the old Cosby Show. Like the old Cosby Show. Good, just good friendly sitcom. No garbage, I know garbage with controversy, but old shows, we liked it. Sarah Palin, Alaska. I don't know if you can see that. That is a really good, neat, she did, I think it's just one season of that, but that was a really good reality show too. Showed a whole lot about Alaska. So we have kept that over the years because that's a good one. Swiss Family Robinson, the old one with that guy, the guy that's on the walls. I can't think of his name right now. I'll come to it in a minute. But he, we like that one. There's like, I don't know, it's kind of cheesy, but the kids really like watching that, especially the boys as they kind of get a little bit older, kind of before the preteens phase, and the girls too. And so that's something we enjoy watching. I made myself watch it this year for the first time. We've owned it forever and I haven't. So we have that, the Waltons. We had all the Walton discs all the way through, and then from years and years of using them, they just got so worn. And so I started rebuying the seasons. So we have the Waltons. I think we're up to season 3. Kids like those. Dr. Quinn, this is good, but you have to be cautious with it. There's a couple, even in Little House on the Prairie, there is a couple discs that deal with, like one deals with inappropriate behavior to a young girl. And so where kids, if you watch it, they would just kind of not think about it, but it is kind of a little freaky. So I think there's 2 episodes where we really, I might even got rid of the disc. I probably did because I was like, ooh, don't watch that one. And so Dr. Quinn is another one. They deal with a few issues, not appropriate for younger kids whatsoever. And so my husband and I watched these for the longest time. I was okay. There's a few that I was like, we need to watch with the kids. And so the girls and I will watch a few episodes that we have on here. The other one is Love Comes Softly. Lauren has a whole set of DVDs too, and so she's got her own. Love Comes Softly, that's another good series. This is the old Waltons, The Homecoming. This is good. It doesn't even have, it's the pilot episode, so this is kind of a neat. We watched this at Christmas. Another Christmas, we have a lot of Christmas videos. I try to collect over the years, like Elf. Every year I was kind of buying one. Those are good Christmas ones where you can watch, but even like Jingle All the Way, that was one of my favorites, but they like have a couple, if you get on TV, you can get it where it doesn't have the potty words in it, but if you get the DVD, you're like, oh my goodness, why did they just swear? So I try to record those off TV to make sure that they don't have the bad things in it. This is another one, Christmas in Canaan. This is a good heartfelt story. It's got the Billy Ray Cyrus, but that's a good Christmas video. And then Christmas Miracle of Jonathan Toomey. This is a really good video. This was bad. It's an older movie. I don't even know what the year is. I don't know if you can see it, but this has really neat graphics, like really good graphics for its time period. I was kind of like, wow, those are really good. The video cinematography or whatever the word is, really good. Christmas Miracle of Jonathan Toomey. We watch this every year too. This is a really good one. And then Christmas with the Cranks, we like that one too. That's a good, clean movie. So those are my Christmassy ones that I brought up. I think I've got that. Some movies for Mom's Night Out. We love Mom's Night Out. That's a great movie to watch. I told you this, Parental Guidance. That's another good, funny show. Just good quality, no bad anything, just a good movie. Greatest Showman. My kids love Greatest Showman. Another reality show we watch, John and Kate Plus 8. Now, old ones, not the newer ones. So newer ones, I guess, are okay for older ones, but the little ones, I love all the old little ones. When I remember she was coming out, and I think I had all my little kids, and I was like, oh my goodness, you can relate to my insanity, because I had 5 under 5 and it was just so much crazy. So I really liked watching, just because I was like, okay, this somebody else is doing this too. And so I know, again, controversy with them now, but the older ones, we do have all the older DVD discs. And so we took it into cases. Secrets of Jonathan Sperry. This is a great movie. This has got the guy in the middle here. This is the guy from The Love Boat. I don't know if you guys remember The Love Boat. If you older ones remember it. I was like, oh my goodness, are you sure? And it is. This is a really good movie. Just a good middle, like 4th, 5th grade middle schooler, good movie. Really good. We got that one. Saving Sarah Kane. That's just a good quality movie as well. Fireproof. I watch my older ones watch, not my younger ones, but really good marriage video. Excellent video. That's from the people that did the Facing the Giants, which I have more. To Save a Life is a good teen movie. Not appropriate for your younger ones, because they do nothing bad, no swearing or any of that, but it's just got some thematic issues that only teenagers would deal with. So I remember watching it going, oh my goodness, are they going to stop that part or what? And they did. So mature teenagers to watch, and so we watch because it does deal with a lot of issues that teenagers deal with, bullying and all this stuff, suicide, all that stuff. So this was my older ones. I don't let my younger kids watch that. So this we cut because I'm like, okay, teenagers should watch that. To Save a Life. And then these are excellent. Beyond the Errant System was the first one. End of the Spear. This is a really good missionary story about, hold on, who's the people? Is he going to tell you? No. Okay, I can't remember the missionary's name. I'm total blank when I have to come across it. Really good story of forgiveness, sacrifice, just really good movie. You want to watch a good, powerful missionary movie that's got good graphics, not cheesy. This one, End of the Spear, really good. And then this is the second video, Beyond the Gates of Splendor. It's a little worn. This tells a lot. It's a more of a talking. It shares a lot of points of the people in this movie, the true story of these people and how they had come to forgive themselves and come to know Jesus. Really good, powerful. So I always have my like 6 middle schoolers. Maxine, come here. I have my middle schoolers watch these movies. These are really good movies. We've kept those. I love The Facing the Giants. This is probably my all-time favorite video of all time, Facing the Giants. Just a great movie. I watched this and I was like, this is the best movie. This is, and Fireproof are two of my very favorite movies. Just really good quality video. And then Flywheel was their first one, so it's a little more cheesier made, but still a really good video where you're at the end, you're like, oh, that is good. And then Miracle of the Cards. This one is a really good movie that we have watched over the years. Hi, buddy. I'm recording, so hold on. Miracle of the Cards is a really good movie. A True Story, which is another great one. The Ultimate Gift, this is a really good movie too. A little more, not so much little kids, because there's a couple scenes where you're like, that's a little scary. It's not. Really good quality homemade family movie. Homemade, good quality movie. And Letters to God, this is another good video. And so I'm looking here, I don't have all mine. Lauren has some of my videos. Another one is Though None Go With Me. Look that one up. That is one of my other favorite movies. It's called Though None Go With Me. Back in the, I think it's in the 50s or 60s during the war. That was an excellent movie. I'm gonna look through Jaden's little case here. Maxine. Cheaper by the Dozen. All time. Maxine. Right here. I'm gonna look through Jaden's case. She has some in here. Cheaper by the Dozen. That is another good family favorite movie. Cheaper by the Dozen. One, and then we had the second one too for a long time, but the first one I really do prefer. The Brady Bunch, the old Brady Bunch, the first season. After the first and second season, it kind of gets to where they're a little more like boyfriend, girlfriend, all that bad stuff. But the first and second one, good, clean movies. And so, Gifted Hands, that's another one. Gifted Hands, the story of Ben Carson, really good. True story. Liberty's Kids, my kids like those cartoon ones there. Brady Bunch, I'm looking at College Road Trip. College Road Trip is another hilarious, good comedy show. You want a good, clean, quality show to watch with your, younger or like older elementary, middle school. College Road Trip, hilarious. Another one I have that's not in here is Diary of a Wimpy Kid. We really like that. Not the first one. The first one I do not like. There's a couple references and you're like, oh my goodness. So I probably would never ever watch them again, but I watched the second and the third one. Love them. Good, clean, quality, fun story of two boys and the fun things that boys go through. So the second and third one, do not watch the first one. Second and third, Diary of a Kid. I think it's Dog Days of Summer and I don't know what the first one's called, or second one's called. Princess Diaries, we like that one. They have the second one. I don't even know if they have the first one. That's a good one. Ice Princess, that's another good video that they have. And then we do have Saddle Club. I'm looking through other ones here. So I think those are Change of Plans. That's a good show. A little cheesy, but really good show that we've watched over the years. So, okay, so those are, I'm looking at my clock, I'm like 20 minutes, I've been chit-chatting away, but just good. I know for myself, I love watching good quality movies, and there's probably 1,000 more of them out there. These are ones that we've just had for a really long time, and we really enjoy watching. There is tons, I know there's tons that you can get and rent and watch, and they're just such good movies. These are just ones that we've had, and I've bought and had over the years. Now, if we find something else, order from the library, and we'll watch it, and then, but these are just the good quality, stand the true test time. Christy is another series, I just thought about that. Christy, just because I got rid of it, it was so scratchy, and Anne of Green Gables. Those are really good DVDs. The Christy one has a couple episodes where it's a little scary, so don't let your younger ones watch it. But as they get older, I think it's set here in the mountains in North Carolina, I think, as well, because she talks a lot about Asheville, which is really cool. So that's something else my girls watch as they get older too. So, okay, so I think that's it. I'd have to go raid Lauren's DVD case, and I don't know if she'll let me. We'll see. So, okay, my rice is almost done. I hear it popping away. I am going to be serving up lunch with the kids. I gotta go check them, and we're gonna have a good day. The sun is out. It's a little cold out, but we are gonna go. I'm gonna go to my community. You guys there's somebody else asked about our community too, so we're gonna go do our library, get that done, and then show you a little bit of that, and then go to our park and get some walking in, and also go to the post office today too. So it's gonna be a good day. Let's show your product, Colin.
These go to your chick.
Oh, do they?
Yvonne's.
Carol, let me show.
Eva.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, ready? Okay, Colin. No, it's coming this way.
What do you want to have?
Here, come over this way.
Mom can just be like,
I'm
oh,
all
this is my new
disgusting looking, you
poster.
Sean.
Okay, so Colin just came in and I'm like, oh, let me get this on video. This is, you guys saw my little phone holder. It's usually over here. It's not over there. It's at my desk right now. No, actually, Steven has it. But he just made, look what he made. This is the phone holder. This, I just saw this. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Then what is,
That's the initial for the name.
and then Psalm 23. How cool is that? You guys can go get these if you go to Ridgeline Carvings. RidgelineCarvings.com, you get these. These are really cool. I've used these forever. Mine actually, mine is very well worn. I've had it for many, many years. So you can get it and he'll put any kind of custom engraving on there. If you can do images, you can do text, you can do anything you want. So go check out Colin. He's in his work clothes right now, all dirty from sawdust. So he's like, don't get me on camera. So go check out our website, RidgelineCarvings.com, and you can get one of these. These are great gifts. We did these for a company. I know he did a whole lot of them for like a company, did some like a gift for like all their employers, which was really cool, and they had them all personalized with their names. So very cool, very skilled. Okay, we're gonna go back to school. Okay, oh, Maxine, we're gonna do something that she probably does not like.
What's she doing?
So she's going for the soap in the, she's going for the bath in the tub. We always give her in the sink, and Brooklyn's like, she's too big for the sink. Do you think Maxine's too big for the sink?
Yeah.
Oh, Mix. Oh, no. It's okay. You're gonna get clean. She's like, I don't like bathtubs. There you go. You gotta get all clean. You haven't had a bath in a while. She's like, what? She's like, I don't like baths. Oh, you're doing a good job, Maxine. Brooklyn's doing a great job. Good job, Brooklyn. So Maxine's getting her bath, and we're gonna go do some baking. Okay, Maxine, enjoy.
Good girl, man.
All right, so we did all of our stuff, got Maxine done, and everybody's school is finished, which is great, and it's early afternoon, which is really good. So we're gonna hit our library today and get out and do that, but Jade and Brooke are gonna do some baking for me, which is awesome. And so then Brooklyn's like, well, I wanna get mine done now. So I'm like, okay. So I have tons of this puff pastry. I bought, not tons, I think I have maybe 4 or 5 packages in my freezer. They were only $2 at our discount store, so I bought them, and they weren't even, nothing was expired. It's like May is the date on them, so they're all, I don't know if that'll show, hopefully it will. Nothing is expired on them. They're May 2019. So I bought a bunch because I'm like, oh, I can make some fun stuff with these. Then I ended up coming across a YouTube video one time where it was like where they do all the different desserts really quick. And I saw the one that makes the Chinese thing. Someone will tell me who it is. Went to the Chinese buffet and they look like this shaped and they're like sugary. And I saw it, I was like, oh, that's what those are. And I'm like, we're gonna make those, genius. So that's what we're gonna do today. I don't know what they're called. Puff pastry with sugar and cinnamon, I guess. And then, but then I just Googled real quick, like puff pastry recipes. Oh my goodness, like so many great ones out there. So I'm like thinking in my head, there's some like for breakfast pizza, there's some with ham and cheese cups. And I'm like, so I still have more. I'm like, maybe I'll do that with those for another day. But for today, we're gonna do the sweet part of it just to have a nice treat tonight. And then Lauren informed me, Lauren, how dare you? She said today she had to go work for a little bit. And then she said, she's like, oh, we're gonna do fondue tonight. And I'm like, Lauren, you know the kids like your deep fried food over my chili. So, Lauren, but it's so good. So, she's like, I still have stuff left over. I gotta use it up. So I'm like, okay, fine. So tonight's gonna be another fondue night. And then I'll have chili as well for whoever wants the chili, which probably nobody wants chili because we've got delicious fondue. So maybe I'll do something where, okay, you can have a couple of that, but we have to have some chili. So that chili gets eaten up. Otherwise, we're gonna have chili for days and days and days, which is okay, but so good. So I'm gonna let Brooklyn's gonna come in. She's gonna go change from her shirt that she got all wet with Maxine, and then she is gonna make us this, I don't even know what it's called. Somebody knows it because someone said the name, and I'm like, okay, I didn't know what it was called. So we're gonna do it, basically put sugar and cinnamon together, put it down, put the puff pastry on it, then put some on top, and then roll it into the rolling pin. And then you roll up half the one side, half the other side, and then slice them. Put them on a baking sheet and then bake. They put theirs on parchment paper. I have those silicone sheets. Oh my goodness, great. I used it the other day for oven fries. I put some down and put my oven fries on top. It, like usually it'll stick to my foil. Those did not stick. And I was like, ooh, the only problem is it's a little greasier with the oil in it, but much better than the foil. So those are awesome. Those are from Grandma. Thank you, Grandma. So we're gonna make this, get this done. And then it's almost getting time where the library's open back up, and then we're gonna head out. It's chilly, but I'm like, kids, we can do it. My phone's showing 33 degrees. It's a little chilly, but we are gonna do it. I'm gonna put winter coats on, gloves, hats for those that need it, and just bundle up, and we're gonna go and do some exercise. We might not do tons, but we will get something in instead of nothing, and then go to the library and pick up all our fun stuff, see our librarian Ashley, bring her some treats. Maybe we'll bring her some treats. We'll bring her these treats. That's what we'll do. We'll bring Ashley some treats, and that'll be it. We'll be back home. And post office. I'm gonna go to the post office, and I'm gonna go inquire about a PO box. I know just a couple of you mentioned about getting a PO box, so I'm going to go inquire about that and see what I got to do to get one, because we love getting mail from people. We love getting things, and so a PO box would be great. And then we could get things that we could open up on film here for you guys. So okay, so we're gonna go. Brooklyn's hands are gonna be doing the work. All right, we're gonna try these. Don't they look delicious? I was trying to look for a container. I'm like, we need like a picture-worthy platter so it looks all pretty. An Instagram special, Brooklyn said, but I don't have Instagram. So you guys get the nice white platter. So we're gonna try these. Everybody ready to try these?
Yeah.
Okay, they're taking one. Take one.
Pretty hot.
Just a little bit.
Brooke, can you try one? Oh, see my bottom, I burned a little bit. Next one, I'm not gonna do that bad. Okay, what's it taste like?
Sounds crispy.
Let's get the girls' reaction. What do you think?
Yummy. Yum.
Good.
It's hot a little bit.
Make more croissants. I'm gonna eat my croissant.
Brooklyn made it.
Little.
Brooklyn made a croissant. They're probably
With
really
the
good.
leftover edges.
Okay, those are really good. They taste like the. So I cooked the bottom a little too long. I'm gonna watch this next batch, but I feel like if you just add a big sugar, like the sugar. That's what we should get. Is the big giant. What's that stuff called?
Cane sugar?
Like the thicker stuff, like it's the crystals. That'll make it really good too. Let's see if I got some. Okay, battery's in there. I gotta charge it up. That's good.
Fine, Brooklyn can
Good ball. Almost a Maxine.
Brooklyn fell Maxine's ball. Maxine, pick up your toys. Don't leave balls on the floor.
My croissant.
I eat it.
Those are good.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Chinese ones aren't cinnamon, they're just sugar. So good.
That's why I was wondering why we did.
I just followed the recipe. Those are good. Okay, now I need to go run to the park.
And the post office.
I need another one though. So good. Okay, I'm gonna go change out. I've got my coffee here. I filled some Starbucks in it. We got a little bag of treats for our library, Miss Ashley. I'm grabbing a sweatshirt, my Eva Trend sweatshirt, because I don't know if it's gonna be frozen when I get there or decent. And I'm gonna bring my big giant winter coat because it could be very well cold. We got our library bags here and our mail thing, and Maxine's got her coat right here. Where's Maxine's coat? Maxine's gonna go. Oh, she's like, what? Oh, so here's her coat. Brooklyn said she wants to take her, so we have to warm her up because it's chilly. So
I tried to get them.
it was kind of hard. So we are gonna go and head out and be good. Here's Maxine. Look at Maxine. She looks so happy to be in her fluffy coat. Look at that. All inside so we can have her. I think she's excited. Maxine, are you excited? She's like so excited. Okay, we're going. Okay, so we just did our walking. I didn't get to do like the full 3 laps because it's cold. It's cold, like my nose is frozen here. If you're like standing in the sun where the wind is not blowing through the mountains, it's okay, but right if you're walking around those mountains, it's cold. So I'm like, that's okay. We did something instead of nothing, so that is the key. So it's been good. So today was good. I was thinking of one of my persons asked about living in North Carolina with the higher crime rates and like what we were afraid of that. My kids walk on the streets by themselves, that kind of thing. I think the key is there is high crime rates anywhere. And so being where God has you to be is the safest place you should live. And so I know there's missionaries that go out in other countries where there is people that are murdering Christians left and right, and you know what? God protects them and keeps them safe. And so it's just being where God has you. And so we don't live in city at all. We live, I want to say, in the middle of nowhere. Our little town is quiet. Whenever I tell people where I live, they're like, where's that at? So I'm like, that's right, nobody knows. And so we love it. Small town community, we love that. We love that we can be part of it. We actively are part of it. Whenever they have events, we come together with them. They have tuxedo days and we come together and we share with them. We do chili cook-offs. I'll do that in March here, and so you get to see us doing our chili cook-off. Whenever we have, the Christmas tree lighting thing, we come to that. If they do anything else throughout the year, we're always, if we can do it, we always come to participate with that because it's important too. Because if you don't do it, then nobody's going to be part of it. So it was really important to me to start doing that when we moved here, because I want my kids to learn and know their community, grow up in it, because it's going to be where they live. So we love it. Super small community, but it's great. It's a great little mountain community. My kids don't walk on the streets by themselves because you're in the middle of nowhere. Like Evan will go for walks, and he does that. He's older. He's 18. And he goes for a walk every day, and he will walk on the street, but not my girls, just because it's just, like I said, it's not like walking on sidewalks in the city type thing. And so we don't do that. We come to the park and we walk here, which is nice. We have a nice, beautiful park here that we can come to, and there's nobody here at all. There's like cars, there's 2 cars parked here, but there's nobody in them. Usually people park their car and then they go somewhere else, and so nobody's even here. And so it's really, really nice. Love it, love it. It's a great park. Kids got awesome, look at their cool play structures. They got all this. They've got the spinny thing, swings, and all this. And they just put in a pavilion, and they have bathrooms, which is awesome. And so it's just a good place to be, and good place to grow up and raise your kids in. And so we just love it. So we have that, and then we have our, we don't have like stores and stuff here. We have a gas station, they call it, a gas station with a little store in there. And so that's where everybody goes and hangs out at the local gas station. That's where they do fireworks each year. I would have recorded this past year, but I was really sick on 4th of July and I did not go, but I might have a little bit of footage from the first year, but I wasn't really doing my camera much, so it's just beginning doing that. Is Maxine frozen? Maxine was walking really fast, and so Maxine usually runs like crazy. Look at her. That's a spoiled dog right there. Maxine usually runs and runs and runs, but like after our first lap she got really slow and just looked up at Brooklyn. I'm like, you're frozen, Maxine. So it's all good.
She took Jensen's coat.
She did. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna finish here. So we, our community, they do a huge fireworks show, like a really big. The guy that owns the gas station, he said his father used to do one like on the lake here that we go swimming at every year. And so after he passed away, he took on the tradition and does them, and it's huge. They do it up in the back of the mountain. The whole community comes together, and it's so much fun. We just have a great time. We bring sparklers. The fire department's there. We have food, and everybody there comes together. And it's just a good little fellowship time. I'll record it next year, but it's just a good time. And so that's where the local hangout is, the gas station. So, but it's more like a party store. They sell like cheese and crackers inside, and like all the mountain foods, which is really cool. And then we have our library. And our library's right there. It's a small little library. I think it's the smallest in the county, and we love it. We love going in there with Miss Ashley. She has been so wonderful and gracious to us to be able to start a homeschool group and do whatever kind of meetings we want there. And just a really good hometown place. Like, I know my power was out, we were able to go down there, and she let me, plug my power strip in and do all my tablet devices and charge everything. So that was really nice. So we love it. And then we have our community garden that one of our people here in the community has a community garden here across from our it's their property across from the park here. And so we do vegetables and stuff, and we were able to do that this year. And so it's just good. And we have our lake. We swim at our lake all the time. You guys see our videos in the summer. That is where we live and we go. It's like go to the lake every day. So we love doing that. So the girls got their friends just rode their bikes in here. Okay, we just got back from the park, so it was a little frigid day. Went to our library, stayed there for a few minutes, talked with Ashley, talked with Mary, our lady that does our community garden. So she's like, you guys want to do community garden again? I said, absolutely we do. So excited about that. And then it's good. So Jaden, we're home now. It's a little bit before dinner time. We came home and noticed that those cinnamon twist things are almost all gone. So the boys were left home, Colin and Evan. So I feel like they were gone. Evan told me how many he had, so I had to assume it was Colin. Colin, who ate our cinnamon things. No, there's still more. They're so good. And so Jaden is gonna mix up pumpkin muffins. We have a recipe like on my blog and I've done a video before for chocolate chip pumpkin muffins. Been making these since Ashlyn was a baby, and so, or baby, little like a toddler. So our recipe, the amount that we're doing today is 6 eggs, 1.5 cup of oil, 4 cups of sugar, 4 cans of pumpkin, the small one. She is gonna use the big giant mixer, just let it go, and then we're gonna go add 5 cups of flour, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, 3 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and nutmeg, and some chocolate chips. So she's gonna start making this. And then I am mixing up, poor Jade, I'm sorry, I told her to do it in the mixer, but then I realized there was so much, she's gonna have to transfer it to a bowl. So that's what she should have done in the beginning. She probably would have, but I told her to do it the other way, so my fault. Sorry, Jaden. So I'm mixing up bran muffins. These are grandma's bran muffins. My mom has been making these muffins since I was a kid. I really liked them, so it's just all bran cereal. So I'm doubling mine. So the original recipe is 3 cups of all bran, and you put in 2.5 cups of milk, let it soak, and then you add 2 eggs and 1/2 cup of oil. I use coconut oil, so I doubled it because that's a whole box. And so now it's nice and smushy, and then I'm gonna add my flour. We're gonna use the white whole wheat flour. Mine is 2.5 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, and a cup of sugar. You can add chopped up apples to it, but we just have it plain, and I usually serve it with applesauce, and that's just a real good quality thing. So, and we have a big giant bucket of white whole wheat flour. I got my 50-pound bag when I was in Michigan in October, and so we're finally using it. You can use white flour too. Wheat flour is just more healthier, so it's just the white wheat, so it's got the texture of white, but the qualities of the wheat for the nutritional value. Okay, so she's gonna mix hers up, I'm gonna mix mine up.
I got home today and cleaned.
Yay, so fun. So she's coming to do, we had to cut out good music. I don't know how to cover music up. So we're gonna finish our muffins here. Lauren is making food. Some kids ate chili, but she is going to do what?
I do.
And then she's gonna make some else too.
Jared's casserole.
Jared's casserole.
That's the favorite. Have you ever made that on video yet?
I don't know that. Jared is a person that my husband had at his old job, and he used to cook, and so he'd bring in my husband this casserole, and it was really good, but we made like our own version because his had like weird stuff. Yeah, it was weird, and so it's probably not even completely all like his, but we just call it Jared's casserole, so it's really, really good. It's basically like a kielbasa pasta with like tomato and Alfredo mixed together. So Lauren will do that, and you get to see her wonderful cooking skills. So we got that going on, and fondue.
Do you have garlic?
I do.
Fresh garlic. Do you have garlic like in the jar?
Cool.
That's what I was like, I should have.
So fondue, here we come.
Lauren,
Fat, fat, fat. Glad we walked one lap today.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lauren. Wait, do you want your hand?
So much fun.
This is a pepper. This is not a pepper. No, I'm doing this. She's gonna do it. Okay, what is she doing? She is.
Wait. There we go. Yeah.
Do the cutting board.
Mom's already got it.
The world is looking. Okay, she is gonna chop up a Pepper. And what else?
First, I'm gonna put this in the here. First.
She's putting, okay, I can see that. What is that?
Second,
Oh, tomatoes.
Oh!
Lauren, fling stuff. You should be
One
wearing an
second.
apron.
Oh, well, you know.
You got
This is
gra-
Matthew's shirt. It's fine.
No, it's not. Oh, it's Marysville.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not Matthew's. That's from Grandma, Marysville. That's where I grew up. My hometown. Whoop, whoop. Representing Marysville.
Also, we are buying an immersion blender.
Oh, yes.
For this stuff.
3 or 4 people have commented on my thing. Do you have an immersion blender? And I'm like, what? And I'm like, I need one. So I have it on my
Will
list.
somebody please buy it for me for my birthday?
Oh, Lauren needs one for her
I need it
birthday.
for my birthday to go into my hope chest.
Her birthday is February 13th.
It is. I'll be 21. So instead of sending me beer, send me
Lauren! No, you don't drink beer.
I'm kidding. I
She's
do.
totally kidding.
I'm totally kidding. I actually don't drink.
I know, and she would never even drink when she's 21.
I'm not going to drink when I'm 21.
She's a good
We've
girl.
made that decision, Matthew and I both.
She's a good
We're
girl.
not gonna be-
I think. Did your legends go in there? No. Okay.
Birthday.
So fun. Yes. Well, I went today to look up a PO box, so I'm gonna.
Oh, you did?
I'm gonna get
Cool.
one of those. So
You're gonna get it.
people can send you stuff. Okay, so she's gonna turn that on. She's chopping up a pepper. Do you need more onions at all?
I was gonna do onions, but I think I'll live.
I have a bunch.
I'll survive. If not, I have to cut it all up. Well, we can use it tonight, maybe. I know. I'm fine.
Okay, so she's got garlic over here. It's so much easier filming someone else than filming yourself.
So much easier.
Lauren, just do all the work
I'm just
for
gonna
me.
do lots of it because I like
Garlic in there,
love
garlic. Just don't go by Matthew. He'll be like, Lauren, you stink.
Well, he's like, you should bring lunch to me tomorrow, and I'm like, Saturday. It's all mine.
I was like, it's me. Okay, turn on.
Okay. So yes, you need an immersion blender.
I would like an
It's
immersion.
quite awesome.
We don't get one before. I would like one.
Thank you.
They're only like $10.
Are they serious?
Or I think they're that cheap.
I bet they're less, more than that.
I should be totally wrong.
It's really hot. I put that in.
No, I forgot to do mine. Sorry. Moments are coming.
Lauren, it's not even on.
It is on. I had it on for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Did I have you steer this real quick? Mom said it doesn't burn the bottom. Appreciate that.
I can turn it off.
I turned it off already. I didn't think about it.
No, what's on right now?
I had it on for a minute.
You should put a lid on this. This is like half full. Do you know that?
Yeah. There's the noodles in it. I only have 1 box of noodles.
Oh, sorry. I need a place for my muffins. Muffins!
Wait.
Table.
Nothing's back!
Other table.
I need to put them on something.
I don't know. Good.
Mine away, Mom.
Lauren, you're taking over my kitchen.
You took over my life.
Did you hear what she said?
Don't burn me! Please, Mother! Please, Mother Teresa!
Mother Teresa.
Who's Mother Teresa?
I don't know. Did you just ask who's Mother Teresa?
Hey, hey.
Mom! You have not taught your children well!
Yeah, sorry.
This is trash from Jim, please. And wait, this one too.
But seriously.
Mother
Mother
Teresa
Teresa.
is a saint woman. She was, she just
I
died.
thought she was a Catholic person.
She just died?
She just died
I thought she would die all the time.
like a few years ago. So she,
Educated me.
we're educating Jaden on Mother Teresa right
I
now.
should put the
I didn't know
all
this
the
at
here
all.
first.
Keep going.
So bad.
Hopefully you can hear all the background noise.
Can I move all your chili out of the way for a second?
Lauren, just move my life.
I'm moving your whole life, woman.
Lauren, she just moves everything. Yes, she does.
When are we gonna have dessert?
Not for a little bit. We gotta make it first.
Wait,
Yes.
are we having fondue?
Yes.
Just the oil.
What?
There's not gonna be dessert tonight.
Lauren,
No
did
dessert,
you explain
Lauren,
to
you're
me?
no fun.
I'll be busy.
Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa, pull my pants.
Which is, or she is.
Mother Teresa is a woman.
She is a
Missionary.
Don't touch Jensen. We're
Can I make it go down
No,
there?
she is a. I'm scooping down cookies or muffins, and Lauren's chopping onions or peppers.
But you know,
Cat-
So
cat-
Mother Teresa is a
you're not.
missionary woman.
Why?
She was a Catholic. I think Calcutta. I say Calcutta, India. Wasn't that where she was from?
okay.
I could be totally wrong. I feel like that is. But she, I think it was
You
like.
never
Mother
told me
Teresa.
about her.
Just kidding. Yes, I did. She was a woman that just
She
felt
was
the
very
calling
good.
of God to take care of the orphan children. So she did. Her whole entire life was dedicated to that. That's what she did.
Oh,
so.
is she the lady with all the children? Like, the, never mind.
Yeah, she,
That's St. Nicholas.
What's this? What's this?
you guys are so bad. Girls are so bad.
What's this, Mom?
It's Brad. She's choking over here. Okay, I'm gonna cut all this out.
I won.
Girls are so mean. So nasty. Okay,
Are you laughing at God or a little?
I don't think it's hilarious. I think they'll laugh at it really hard.
they're so fun. Well, I had a comment. Pause. Okay, I'm gonna do my giveaway. Talk about it. Okay, so we are making our muffins, get them done. I like the silicone liners. I didn't know if I'd love them because you usually spray the pans, but the muffins sometimes stick in the pans and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't like that. Even the mini ones had a couple that were burned. The gas stove or gas oven, I forget that it cooks really hot on the bottom row sometimes. And so I just turned down to 335, so that way they're cooking a little bit slower. So we're almost done mixing these up. Lauren is going to go search for her taquitos.
I can't find them.
She can't find them.
They're hiding.
So I guess I won't share my excitement right now because I must go help Lauren.
Yes, help.
I was gonna share the exciting world of Lauren.
Oh, I'm sorry, you guys.
Oh, did you find it?
No, I guess you guys can do your special announcement.
We were gonna give a special announcement. I thought it was very exciting.
Are you gonna do it or is Lauren gonna do it with her? Oh, am I gonna do it too?
I don't think so.
Colin should do it.
A lot
It's
of
working.
it. Colin,
Okay,
we're gonna do it
we're gonna
now.
pause. Too many people in the room. Okay, so found her taquitos. Thank you, mommy.
Thank you, Mommy.
I'm just kidding. She found them. They were just shoved. The problem is the power went out, so I was shoving stuff afterwards. So
okay.
she's got her the chicken roll-ups, and then I pulled out those chicken patties that we got at the discount store. These were really good. They're a little bit spicy, so I'm thinking to chop those, and we can dip them in the oil, and they'll be really good. So okay, so back to a happy, exciting announcement. So I told you guys at the beginning, and I made you wait until the end because that's good techniques or whatever techniques, whatever it is. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I had my 25,000 subscriber giveaway, and that was back in October. Very thankful for that. And so I gave away a package of my books to one of you guys, which was awesome. And so now I'm coming up to my 50,000 subscriber and giveaway, and I'm so excited for this. And so I was thinking, what is it I can give away? What is something that I'd like to share, something that I really enjoy that can be beneficial to you. So I was gonna do my books again because I feel like somebody else could earn another packet of those. So I'm gonna do a package of my books. I'll put those together. So that will be one prize. And then the other prize is going to be, ready for this? I'm going to give away a Norwex, the mop system. So I should run and go get it. Do you guys know the Norwex mop system that I have? The one that, no, you gotta Google it, Google it, and then look at my other videos. How I do my floors downstairs with the dry pad, and I do it with the wet pad. So I really, really enjoy those two. And so we are gonna, sorry, I'm working. See, there's so much going on over here, I can't even share my excitement. So much going on. Sorry. Nobody cares. Anyway, I'm so sorry. But I just had a big giant camera, you guys would just laugh. So let me hurry and finish so I can get done. So the mop system is going to be the other thing that I'm gonna give away. So I'm so excited for you guys. So the key is gonna be I have to get to 50,000 subscribers, which I'm almost there. But I noticed, because if you look at all the YouTube analytics and all that fun stuff, most of the people that watch my videos are not subscribers. So I never tell you to go subscribe, but I'm telling you right now, go subscribe. Look down at the link right underneath the video here. There should be like a subscribe button. All you gotta do is click it. I believe, what is the other one they say? Click a notification button.
Click and like.
The bell.
Click and like.
Isn't that what it is? There's a bell. So subscribe, and then there's a bell, I think, next to it too. And like it, and like it. Like my videos. I'll tell you that, everybody. Like my videos, give it a thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever you like. I don't care. But if you subscribe and I get to 50,000, I'm going to do the giveaway. So I'm excited for that. So one of my lucky viewers will win the Norwex mop, and the other lucky winner will win a package of my books. I'll probably do my homemaking book, The Large Family Mothering, When the Clouds Roll In, The Less Stuff, More Life, and probably one or two of my home ec books because those are what I write. So I'm excited for that. So got to get to 50,000. So hopefully in the next couple weeks. But if you do it before and everybody subscribes to the next couple days, then I will have it sooner. So, okay, so we're gonna go back to food. Jaden's dying to mix up her frosting over here. Lauren's trying to get down there. Like, I'm just get out of the kitchen. Okay, so we're going. Oh wait, Jane's like, also could family members enter? And Lauren's back there eating food. No. This giveaway is not open to any member of the Marion family. Oh wait, any member of the, you guys are families. Families, you guys cannot win. Sorry. Give me a second. Okay, these girls are bad. They are bad girls. Okay, we are going. Okay, so our mail person came, brought some packages. So I thought I would share in here. This is, open this up, look what I found. Look at.
Thank you, viewer.
These are from April. I can say April. Lauren said I shouldn't say the whole name. Look at that, and then this is the other one. Like, I never even knew like Amazon had tunic tops on them. I guess I never really looked. So these are awesome. These are the soft ones, just like the one I have on right now. This is from her. So here's another one. Ooh, it's like a sweatshirt. Oh, that's cute. Oh, very cute.
Thank you, April.
Thank you, April. So sweet. Oh my goodness, super sweet. Thank you so much. I'm gonna be wearing these. You'll be seeing me wear these the next couple days. Pink and purple. I love those colors. That's super sweet. Wait. So we are enjoying delicious, delicious food. Thank you, Lauren, for providing your family.
I provide your family.
You provide for the family, Lauren.
She provided for me for 20 years.
Oh.
So that I'd bring some back and make us fat again.
Lauren, you just want them to love you more.
I buy their.
So they don't want to watch my channel, they want to see yours.
That's why.
Oh, Lauren wants to build up her clientele before she does one.
I'm building my wedding fund.
She's building her wedding fund. Super smart, super smart. All right, so I think I'm gonna close this. We got all of our muffins done. I got 2 huge containers of muffins. Let me show you. So that's a lot of muffins, which is good. I'm trying to think everything I did today. I tried to get today a longer vlog because I thought yesterday's was just kind of boring and slow and not very exciting. So today I'm like, I need to record today to give you guys some good video footage. So thank you, April, for my outfits. That was such a blessing, huge blessing in my life, and I'm very excited to wear them. You will see them. I got my blue one on today because it's super comfy. And then remember, subscribe to these videos because as soon as I get to 50,000, that is when I'm gonna do a 50,000 subscriber giveaway. So crazy, so crazy. I think someone told me they were watching my New Year's video last year, and I was just at 2,000 subscribers. So, cause she's like, you were just talking about 2,000 subscribers, and so 50,000 a year later. So I'm about a year, 2 months later. So I'm so excited. So thank you guys so much for your support. Our family is very, very thankful because this has been very beneficial for a large family to provide some needs, to provide some extra things for our family. So we are thankful. We are very blessed. Bye.
Bye.